$500 billion a year. That's how much Google and Apple earn from their App Store economy. And this profit machine now seems to be under threat. Millions use the Play Store to install apps for Android phones. For iOS users, it's the App Store. Now, Apple charges 30% commission from developers for them to list their apps on the store. Google charges between 15 to 30%. Now, Apple does not allow any third-party app stores on their platform. Also, if you use iOS, you can't use any other billing system either. Google does allow third-party app stores but doesn't let developers use their own payment methods. These policies tend to create monopolies in the market. But now it seems that the walls are closing in on the smartphone app stores. In December 2023, Google lost a US court battle against the maker of popular video game Fortnite, in which the jury said that Google is operating an illegal monopoly on payments. Epic Games had sued Google in 2020, accusing them of unlawfully making their app store dominant over rivals. Now, Japan is working on a new regulation through which Google and Apple will have to let people download apps from outside their official stores. That is Google Play and App Store. Japan also wants them to stop giving preferential treatment to their own apps and make it easier to remove certain apps from devices. They also want Apple and Google to allow third-party payment services to access their app stores so that developers can offer users more payment options. This is essentially so that Japanese consumers need to pay lesser for certain apps because third-party app stores may charge lower fee than Apple's 30% and Google's variable rates. This legislation is expected to be sent to their parliament next year. And Japan is not the only country. The two tech giants are facing a bunch of regulations from a number of governments to open their built-in app stores and allow users to install apps from third-party sources. In 2022, South Korea had become the first country to pass a law stopping Google and Apple from forcing developers to use in-app-based payment systems. In Netherlands last year, the local competition authority already forced Apple to let local dating apps use alternative payment technologies rather than Apple's own for in-app payments. This was after developers filed complaints. Now, Apple also seems to be bowing down to the European Union's new Digital Markets Act. They are expected to make changes to their App Store policy to comply with the Act, which came into application across the EU bloc in May 2023. Apple may change the way that they charge developers to access their platforms, how they manage the distribution of apps outside the App Store, and to what extent they will allow developers to communicate with the consumers on the App Store regarding alternate ways to purchase these apps. Apparently, iPhone users may also be able to sideload apps on iOS in a few updates time, at least in some areas. Sideloading is basically when you can download third-party apps from the web or another app store without going through the official app store. So when users go through this route, it saves the developers the hefty App Store fees. In June, India's Competition Commission considered making Apple adjust App Store billing policies. In December, Google agreed to a $700 million settlement in an antitrust case in the US involving their app stores. So many countries are looking for a response to big tech giants using tactics to entrench and expand their market power in exploitative ways. Let's see how this all plays out in 2024. Hope you found this video useful. For more such content, keep watching Moneycontrol.